Hey y'all, my name is Archa. I'm a new family nurse practitioner. I recently just passed my board examination. I took the ANCC exam. I'm so happy it's over. It was a very stressful process. If any of you have anxiety, I think you can understand. So I wanted to share some tips on how I passed and what I used to study, because I told myself I would do this after I take my exam and pass, because I was going through a really difficult time studying and I was looking everywhere for a bunch of resources. I didn't know what to use. Anyways, we'll jump to it. So the first thing, this is my Bible. This book here, the Leik book, it's the 3rd edition, I think. And I got it off Amazon for like 50 bucks. I thought it was really helpful. I read it from front to back twice. I actually read it it took me like 3 weeks to get through the front and back the first time I was studying, but I was doing like a bunch of stuff in between. I wasn't really focused. So then I was like, okay, there's too much going on in life. I'm just gonna stop studying for now. And then finally, when I had the time to be able to study, I took 2 weeks, solid 2 weeks, and ended up taking my exam. I promised myself no matter what I feel, I'm just gonna take it after 2 weeks, but I wanna study my best. So what I did was I went through the front and back of this book, and the second time I read it, it actually registered much better. I was able to understand the content a lot better after the second time I read it. And after each chapter, what I did different was after each chapter, I did the set of questions that were pertaining to that subject matter. So if I was doing cardiac, I would only cover cardiac questions like right after the chapter. So that way I'm practicing and I'm applying what I just learned. And I would use the Leik questions that are in the book, which I found pretty helpful. I think that might be the only question bank that you might need, actually. And I did it after every chapter I covered. I just did the set of questions that belonged to whatever category I was looking at. And I also utilized Joanne Asia, which I thought she was awesome. She really broke down the content really well. I had derm questions with pictures and stuff. So in her videos, she goes over different derm conditions and she reviews it with the pictures, so it kind of sticks in your head. So I really liked her 4-hour crash course. It's called Joanne Asia, like Joanne Asia, ASIA. You can find that if you just Google it. I also followed her Facebook page that she created for everyone, and I found that very helpful because it was really encouraging to see other people succeed and do so well and share just their feelings about the exam. So that was really helpful for me, actually. So definitely the Leik book, Joanne Asia, the Facebook page, and you're good to go. I did buy Board Vitals. I think it was around 150 bucks. I did not find it helpful. I think it is a good resource to study as far as remediations. It's good. It has good content. But I did not think it aided in me passing my exam. I don't think it was that helpful for the board exam. So I would have, if I could go back, I wouldn't have paid for Board Vitals, to be honest. Family, the FNP Mastery app that I used, some of the material was a little different than the Leik book, so I started getting confused about certain conditions and what medication you should prescribe first. So there were things that were not matching in FNP Mastery, and I felt like there was a lot of mistakes. No offense, sorry FNP Mastery, but I did several hundred questions. I think it's good to practice questions at the end of the day, so if you do want to use those apps, go ahead, but I definitely only needed if I was being honest, I only needed the questions in here. There's about 725 questions, and I found those quite helpful. And also, what I did the most was pray. I prayed a lot. I prayed every day, just to overcome my anxiety and my fear of test taking. Because I feel like when you do have anxiety, it can really block everything inside your brain and you might not be able to think clearly. So, and surprisingly, I was able to stay focused during my exam, even though I felt like I was going to vomit right before. but there are going to be questions. You have to also tell yourself there's going to be questions that you won't know, and that's okay. And you just have to keep a positive mindset, because if you keep a positive mindset, you know, your brain's in a good place, you could stay focused. Don't become negative at all during this exam. Okay, just pray that the next question's a little easier and you'll get through it. And then there's like 5 buttons that you have to click to get through just to see if you passed. That's really nerve-wracking. You feel like you could feel your heart just coming out of your chest. But it's gonna be the best feeling when you do pass and when you do overcome your anxiety test taking. It's a really good feeling, and you're gonna be so happy to celebrate that you are a new family nurse practitioner. So yeah, those are my tips. I don't think I left out anything else. So good luck, you got this. Pray, God's got you. You're gonna do so great. Bye.